The next major section that Friedman talks about is vocational or professional education. In other words, higher education or trade schools. This is where the hyper utilitarian perspective becomes more clear. He says vocational or professional education has no neighborhood effects of the kind attributed to general education. It is a form of investment in human capital precisely analogous to investment in machinery, buildings, or other forms of non human capital. Its function is to raise the economic productivity of the human being. He goes on to explain how this economic idea applies because students forego their income in order to pay for a degree, which then allows them to receive an increased income to cover the cost of education and increase income overall. He expects a direct value arising from investment in a university degree. However, as a millennial, I have personally seen the fallacy of this idea. Today, a university degree does not equal guaranteed increased income. It doesn't even equal a return on investment, which is the cost of the degree itself. Degree being the cost of room and board, tuition, food, etc. Because the cost of university degrees is enormously high, while salaries are incredibly low. This makes getting ahead nigh on impossible, especially if fresh graduates are saddled with tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes more, of debt before they even begin their careers. Friedman then goes on to compare education to owning a building or a car and says that it's harder to pay the cost of education because you cannot sell off part of it like you can units in a building. This comparison is weird to me because education is also an effort you put into yourself, particularly higher education, to show that you value yourself and your abilities. Education is not something you own. You can change and challenge your own beliefs when you learn something new. You can solidify beliefs you already had, and you can gain wisdom with your new knowledge. In my personal opinion, I like to think of intelligence as having the wisdom to use the knowledge you have to its fullest extent. You can have knowledge and lack wisdom.